Hey guys, welcome back to the farm. It is now officially spring, which doesn't look too much like it, but everything is melting very fast. It is definitely good, warm spring weather. We've been reaching about 10 degrees during the day, which is phenomenal. So it is definitely officially upon us. So it's the muddy, mucky, gross season, but we couldn't be happier. So we have been focusing a lot on goats, so I wanted to show you guys a little bit what we've been up to this week and show you some projects and things we have upcoming for this spring. First up, the garden. So this is what my garden currently looks like now, mid-March. There's actually not that much snow left. As you can see, some is already started to melt away in spots. This is where I had put the little bits from the chicken coop and the goats and stuff. So it's starting to get there. It looks very wet and yucky right now, but I'm really hopeful that by next week, most of the snow will be gone and I might be able to start coming out here and prepping the ground for our no-till gardening. So I've wanted to try the no-till gardening for a while now. That spot used to be all just grass. So it was a bit of a nightmare last year trying to garden in a spot that used to just be grass and had been grass for decades. So it needed a lot of work. It was a lot of weeding continually, and it never really ended up very nice. So I'm really excited to try the no-till method, and I've been saving up lots and lots of cardboard from local areas and places that have them. So I'm really excited. I think that it's gonna work really well for us, especially in that spot. So we're very hopeful for a nice big garden this year. It's time to start our seeds. Got our greenhouse totally set up. Now Farmer Joe here, we're gonna fill our little peat pelts and plant our seeds. It says 10.5 cups, and I think I might have overdid it, but the kids are enjoying it. He's just making messes. Bobo, don't fling the dirt, okay? We gotta let the peat pelts do their thing.
Water.
Yeah, I do.
They're gonna grow?
They're gonna grow, that's right. Peat pelts are growing. They're sucking up all the water we gave them.
They're gonna grow. Mommy put water in them. It's gonna grow.
All right, I didn't feel a must putting the seeds in because gardening with 2 toddlers is very entertaining, but we started all of our little flower seeds that I wanted to start. I wanted to start some perennials indoors because we still have quite a few months away until we can plant anything outside. So started some flowers now, and then in a couple days I'm hoping to start some of our herbs. I got it all set up nice and then realized that the seeds are supposed to stay out of sunlight. So I'm using it to rise some fresh French bread instead. Our seeds have come up. So we planted together as a family on Sunday, and it is now Wednesday. So it didn't take long for some of these seeds. So I just moved it over here into this greenhouse because I noticed that they had started sprouting. So we have the lupin here, which is a perennial. They grow wild here, so I'm not super surprised that they came up so fast. There's also, these are snapdragons here on the end, and I noticed that some of them look like they're starting. You can kind of see on that one, they're starting to come up. And then our marigolds came up so well. We've got tons of marigolds. I'm so excited. And then these are sunflowers here on the end. The marigolds and sunflowers I will be planting in my greenhouse to help the flowers out. They attract the bees, and the marigolds are good for repelling bad bugs. So I'm super excited that our flower garden is coming up. And this little greenhouse thing that they are in is so stinking hot. When you unzip and unroll it, it is just cooking in there. So I'm super excited. Farmer Joe, what are we up to?
I'm gonna hold it?
Sure, you hold it. the dirt. Add our water. 2.5 cups.
We got some water for them for a while.
Right. Fancy. Did it suck up all the stuff?
It sucked up over water. 1, 2, 6, 7, 8.
This hole. Okay, in this hole. Can you give them one more so they have a buddy? Yep, one more in that one. Perfect. Good work. You want to do two more? You can put them up here. Oh, you can put more in there. Good job. Yeah.
What else?
So that was our hollyhock seed that I got for some perennial flowers in the garden. We did the flowers the other day, but I missed these ones, so we'll put them in with the herbs. All right, let's do all of our little mints. Peppermint.
Just do little sprinkles of them. Just a little seed in the bottom here. Now let's see if there's any seed left in this pot. Look, there they are. See, they're teeny, teeny, tiny. Right here. They're just little teeny, tiny.
All right, we finished the start to the herb garden. So I did do the hollyhocks. I did a few different types of mint. And then we've got sage, thyme, parsley, mostly just the normal things, oregano, cilantro, basil, and dill. So with the fresh cheeses, I want to be able to use my own fresh herbs. And with our homegrown chickens, it's nice to be able to make our own poultry spice blend. So I'm looking forward to having these added to the garden this year. So it's nice to start them a little early and get them nice and strong before we get them to the greenhouse. So we have spent the last couple weeks talking about just the goats. So I wanted to show you guys some other things that we've been having going on other than just goats and goat babies. So as you can see behind me, I have a chick brooder set up here, so I was gonna show it to you guys. So this week, the homemade incubator hatched out some chicks for us and they were sold, so I cleaned it out today and got some new eggs in there ready to go. So this is the most traditional style chick brooder that you can do that's very simple and affordable. So it's just a large tote. You can see it here. You can get it with a lid or without. And I bought it like this which is super, super handy. Otherwise, you can just set a broom handle across. But I like this because it's really easy. It's just a board with some holes in it so you can put the broom in. And then as the chicks get older, you just move it up so that the heat lamp moves up. So on here, it looks like the heat lamp is very close to the ground, but it's got a guard. It's a really nice heat lamp. So you can see the bulb is way up there. So the guard is just enough that the little chicks can run underneath of it. So we've got a waterer, a nice big feeder in here with some medicated chick starter, and you can use a variety of different beddings. So we do hay sometimes, we'll do straw. I've done shavings, I've done paper, just like shredded paper bits. And I find that the straw and the hay can actually be kind of nice because it doesn't, like, you can see there's a little bit in the water, but it doesn't clog it up quite like shavings. Like shavings, if I do have shavings ever, then I'm constantly having to clean out the feeders and waterers because they get debris in them. So you can see there's a little bit in here, but it's not too bad. And there was 15 chicks running around in here this morning, so it's not terrible. So the hay works really well. We also use puppy pads in our brooder at home because the puppy pads are absorbent and they're easy to change out. Whereas this, I'm gonna have to run it outside and dump all of the hay out to use it. So this is one of the ones that's in the basement at my mother's house because we ran out of room at home. So I put wire over top of it to keep the cats out because they have some inside cats. So this is the most basic chick brooder that's quite affordable, that works really well. They have lots of room to run around if they want. And so I really do like this brooder setup, and I really like how it keeps the fresh air for the chicks, but it's also warm with the lamp. So this is a brooder setup with a heat lamp that is just affordable, simple, quick solution. I am awaiting an order of chicks to come on Friday. Now, this video will be released on Friday, so it will have to be released next Friday. So I am really looking forward to being able to show you guys. I am experimenting with some other ideas for chick brooders instead of doing the traditional to go away from doing the heat lamps, especially in an old barn. So stay tuned for that, but this is a little bit of other things we have going on here on the farm. Okay, so because the chicks come on Friday, 2 days away, I need to prepare this box again. So I'm gonna need to completely clean it out and get it ready for our chicks. All right, nice, fresh, clean shavings, all ready for our chicks. One of the advantages of living on an old homestead is all the old buildings. Some of them are bad. We've had to take them apart and haul them off, but some of them are still in usable condition for farm things. So this beauty, we are going to be working on turning into a chicken coop here in the next couple weeks. And so I'm really excited to get started on that project and to be able to show you guys that process and how we've turned an old shed into a beautiful new chicken coop. So this is it. This is my project that I have decided I want to undertake. It's an old house. It's been used as a shed. My husband's already started picking some string up, but it is really cute inside. Once we clean out all that stuff, that's kind of it. So there's this other room here that I can block off to use as another coop for some parts of the year for breeding. And it's got power. There's an outlet there. Hey girls. The twins are having a good nap. Look at them passed out there. Just having a good old snooze. So today is Wednesday, March 15th. Hey, Star. We have now milked the girls 6 days in a row. And they're starting to get the routine. Luna knew the routine and just jumped right up on the stand, so that was fantastic. We're still waiting on Big Mama. As you can see, she's still nice and round. Hey, Mama. So, should have some babies here in the next week. Her due date is on Wednesday next week, so she's a week away from her due date. So, I'm really hopeful that we should have babies here anytime. She looks very big and uncomfortable. She's very bagged up. Now she's peeing, but she is very, very bagged up. Now you can just see my shadow. But she's got a lot of milk in there starting for these babies, so we're really hopeful that everything is going to go really well for her since she's already had babies a few times before. I completely forgot that I didn't show you guys this ramp. Now it's been used, so it's a bit dirty. Everything is mucky and mushy and springtimey, but the ramp worked awesome. So I was able to, I didn't do a tutorial on how I did this ramp because it was pre-made. It's just the boards were already put together like this from an old crate that my father-in-law saved for me for projects, and so it works awesome. They just climb right up there. She thinks that there's grain up there for her, but there's not. So they just use it like that. I put it on hinges so that if I need to move it, it easily can just be lifted up and moved, because I still want to be able to move my stanchion down onto the ground if ever I need. So it's worked out really well, and it makes it a lot easier. Then I can stand to milk them instead of having to worry about breaking my back bending over all the time. Did you all join? I know you all think you're getting fed. You all think you're getting fed. Hello, babies. Hello, babies. Hello, babies. Yeah, they're all just fine. Hey, Jupiter. Hey, Jupiter. Hey, little man. The twins are growing like stinkweeds. Little Aster here has gotten so tall. I said I wasn't going to do goats, that I was going to show you other things because we've been talking about goats for weeks, but I had to show you them anyways because they're just so darn cute. We're really excited for Big Mama to have hers, and then we're done kidding. And then we can start milking the 3 of them, and then we'll have, that'll be it. That'll be all three goats in milk. So we're looking forward to that. The geese are definitely in full swing breeding season, and I remembered I emptied their pool and forgot to fill it. So I'm going to fill it for them quick. Timing wise, I will have to show you guys the new chicks in a video next week.
So make sure you stick around and join us next week for all the new exciting things. We'll be making some more progress on that new chicken coop. We'll have lots of new chicks that will be staying on the farm. These are ones for us for breeding stock. So make sure you come back and check us out. Hit the subscribe button so that you can see us each week and be notified when we have new content going up. And we will see you guys next time. There, Farmer Joe. What you got? What's in our bucket?